Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Walla Zabareska for the Triple Threat Challenge. And believe it or not, we're on episode number 40. Just moved forward to the second day of August, so we're in the same month. I thought we were going to be moving forward to our harvesting in September, but we've nothing ready for 2 months. So it's going to be October before we have anything. So what I'm going to do, rather than these fields lying idle for the next couple of months, I'm going to get them prepared and ready. Now, what do I mean by these fields? If you're watching the last episode, we actually bought these 4 fields. We had bought the grass one already. Then we bought 146, had some spelt in it. Now, there wasn't much. We bought it, we harvested and put it in the mill. There wouldn't have been a lot. There would have been just, a couple of thousand litres if there was even that. And we bought this grass field, which had already been cut. Now, plan is, these are going to be our grass fields because we got our cow farm and our pig farm here. It's mainly to produce grass and hay and silage and that. That'll be spread between the sheep and goats up here and the actual cows. This grass field is going to be merged with number 43 and make a bigger grain crop field. Maybe even by 42. The target is to buy 108. And merge these 4 together, and then by 111 and 110 eventually merge them at 112. They're kind of the plans for merging fields and buying fields. I said before we buy 37, merge it with 38 eventually, and buy 103 and leave it as it is because it's a big field. So no soil sampling. I didn't do anything on these. I didn't spread any fertiliser. I done nothing because we need to get rid of the line, the line down the middle before we do that. Otherwise, we'd have to redo it again. So I'd already brought the tractor over here, and I was about to start ploughing basically the 2 fields together. I just want to get my bearings on this where we are. Okay, just for I haven't allowed create fields yet. So let's see where we are. So we're gonna merge these together. We're gonna have a really be decent. Okay, there we go. We're gonna merge now. A really decent grass field. Of course, we're gonna have to do stone collection and everything when we do this. But I don't mind because we haven't ploughed these fields. They're new to us, so we're going to plough them up and we're going to collect the stones. We're going to get the stuff off them. I know what's going to happen here. In some places we will get stones, other places we won't get stones. That's what kind of happens when you merge a couple of fields together. Sometimes it can be different on one than the other. But what I'll do is I'm going to get these. I want to get this done before we start doing the other harvesting. If you think we'll have 2 months of growth here on the grass before our next bit of harvesting is done, so there's no point in leaving them lying idle and just jumping forward through the months without doing it. Money wise, we're fine. We could, I resisted the urge to buy fields with crops in it. Apart from that one spelt field, we haven't really bought fields with crops in them the whole way through this gameplay series, if you know what I mean, the challenge. Now, the financial side of the challenge is well and truly done. We're just waiting for the pigs to mature, have offspring, and then they mature to adults, and then we'll call it on the challenge. Effectively, it'll be done once they have babies, but we're waiting for them to be, I suppose, a year old or whatever. And then we'll say, yeah, well, that part of the challenge is done. Now, I actually thought I was going to move away from this map pretty quick once it's done because of other things going on, but I'm going to keep it and maybe do an episode a week on it and just keep going. There's a few things I kind of want to do on it. So from that point of view, I don't want to finish it up. I come in an episode and I think, yeah, we're nearly there, we're nearly done. And then I do something else. And like the end of the last episode, when I realised all the things that I can still do on this map, I was kind of going, yeah, I want to keep going for another while. Don't want to finish up because I put a lot of effort into it and that, and I want to merge the fields. I want to get the farm really productive. And I did say I was considering buying, it's still in the second-hand market. There's a fence tractor in the second-hand market. I was still considering buying it as a replacement for this older model. But we've resisted that too. We've kind of said, right, let's work with what we have, because like this is getting on in the years. It's like it's got coming up on 90 hours on it, and yeah, it does need to be repaired more often. It needs to be, and it costs a bit more and that, but you know what, it's still economical enough because the repair costs are based on the overall cost of the tractor. And to be honest with you, I would nearly consider just buying a newer version of this, the same tractor again, except the new one. Do you know what I mean? Like, since we can buy it as a new tractor still, well, I would actually consider just buying another 9.2. What have we got this? This is actually a 924. 926 Agosa, which is 260 horsepower. I consider buying a brand new one and upping it to 260, but then again, you got to spend 15,000 on the Isera Compact, and then you got to spend money on wheel weights. I haven't got them on it, but if you're going to do that, you have to spend the money on wheel weights and stuff like that if you're doing it. So might as well just go on with this as the way it is. New Holland now, definitely I'll probably upgrade it, because I was going to up the horsepower on it. I think it's on 203 at the moment. I was going to bring it up to 212. I think it's the next step, or maybe it's a bit more than that. But it has more hours than this. So from that point of view, I was kind of going, nah, maybe not. Maybe not.Maybe we'll just change it for the sake of getting something different. But anyway, yeah, challenge has gone really well. As I said, more or less finished on that. But everything else on the farm has gone really well too. Regards our fields and what we have and how we're dealing with our food issues going forward. Well, the land we have down at the pig farm beside the pig mixing production, pig food mixing production, is going to work out perfect for growing the 4 crops we need for that, which is barley, corn, sugar beet, and what's the other one? Oh, there's a couple of different recipes, and I can't remember what the other one is. I have to look. I can't. I have to jump in. What is the other recipe on the corn one? Canola. Oh, the other was something else there. I was just forgetting. And yeah, we kind of have that tuned in, and after getting everything tuned in now, it would be a shame to just say, okay, we're done, we're walking away, we're going to leave it. Let's get the most out of the map for another while. I had originally said, yeah, we're going to probably run to episode 40 and the challenge will be done by then, but here we are, episode 40. We're not there yet, because I just give myself so much work to do on the map. And I've already said I think we'll hit 45 by the time the challenge is finished, and whether we stay on after that, we wait and see. Just to give you a brief run through, we have our Hamlet challenge is going to go on for a while. We have our La Mache challenge is going to go on for another while as well. I do wish it was a bit more of a challenge than a playthrough, but then again, it's nice to be doing something where I'm not under strict rules about doing this, that and the other. And then to talk about strict rules, I introduced another new map which will be out by the time you see this, which is along the Kiel Canal, which is a 4x map. And yeah, it's very different. I have random events that happen every month on that can play into your hands, be good for you, or they can be bad for you. It's going to start raining here in a while. I wonder will I get this ploughed before it rained. Yeah, so I wanted to do a 4x, and I had layback, I think it was, kind of set up to go as a contracting farm, because you go into that, you got a ton of Fendt equipment, lovely equipment, all brand new, and you start as a contractor, and I just had it all set up to go, and then I thought, you know what, I just get bored with it too easy, because the main cattle farm on that map to buy was 2.8 million, and I said, that's going to take, I'm just dropping this off now so that I can get you get the reading on the field quicker when you drop it down. Steer and assist, and I'm going to show you what I normally do now. Now we still have our on. We still have create fields on, just to tidy up the headlands. I'd leave create fields on when I'm doing the first headland, and that'll tidy up around the headlands. I'll do the soil sampling after I have this done. Here we go. I just got to get these headlands done, and then I got to do the soil sampling. I'll update you as we go ahead. You'll see here now it'll tidy up the corner. As we go through this, I'll update you anyway. I'll keep you in touch with what's going on. But yeah, we're going to get these fields done, merged together, everything done with them and prepared. And yeah, we'll get grass into them. So I'll run through that with you. The other thing I'm thinking of now is I need a fertiliser spreader because I've loads of manure all over the place, and it would save us a bit of money. But sure, we'll see. We're almost there. The rain came sooner than it said. It said 10 o'clock it started raining. Not long after I finished the last clip. Just decided to start spitting really slowly, and then it just been like this ever since. There's something about it though. It adds a bit of feel into the game. Yeah, well, I didn't take the big turn I normally take. I have it set to 20 kilometers an hour when I lift it, but it's alright. I've been doing massive big loops. Just when I brought you back in, I do a short loop, and it's too fast. Yeah, going to do the soil sampling now. Once we get to the bottom of this, we'll have a look. Let's unfold it and see how much. This is a larger sampler than normal. It's not the small one. We're going to get the field done, see how we're fixed. Right, get this done, and then we get a lime on the field, and then stone pick. I like to get the lime down before I do the stone picking, and then you see if you've missed anything. And that's so. When we get to the end of this line, we start doing the soil samples. I've done 5 headlands. That's why we're so far in from the edge. Just makes it easier. Gives you the room to turn on the field itself instead of going out. Now here we go, last little bit, and that's it. That's the 4 fields into one. Oh, we're on the front. Okay, right, let's see how far we can go into the field. I don't know which size this one is. It came up in the second-hand market and I just bought it. I didn't really pay that much attention to which one it was. Oh, there's our line. I thought we were further over. Okay, it must be a fairly decent size one. Am I the whole way out? I am, yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm just looking at the mini-map and I thought, no, it's further over. You know what, I could have actually done it for the other field as well, because that's one of our fields. It just updates it, it doesn't matter. We're going to be a certain amount of overlap anyway, so that 3 caused the extra line in the field. Or the extra squiggle, let's say. And they're too close to the edge of the field. Oh. Here we go. This isn't going to be too bad for the soil. You know, I'm on the Forex map, and I was going to do, I had a costing of over 12,000 to do soil sampling on a field. And I'm trying to do it more, I won't say more realistic, I'm trying to use the base game soil sampler, even the second one, which is double the size. And I reckoned paying the 12,000 to get the soil samples off the field, because it's so big, was going to be less than actually doing all the soil samples was going to cost me. Now, I haven't actually done it yet. It's my next video that I have to record, And I'm curious. Didn't really need to do that last corner. Okay, let's follow that up. Let's send them off. We're not on the front now. Here we go. And it'll come back and tell us how much it is in a minute. So there you go. This is a decent enough field now. It'll cover all our grass needs easily. But I'm looking at that now, I think it'll be some field of wheat. Or barley, or anything else for that matter. Yeah, we'll see how we go. Do we need this much grass? Probably not. We could probably manage on that field beside us, but we have the field created now, and when it's we get our first lot off it and see how much we have, we might actually, there we go, 1,050 to do the samples for that. So I know it's a little bit under what it would be, but I did buy it in the second-hand market, and didn't pay that much attention to what it was. This is the thing, it won't go off. Oh, there, it's gone now. Sometimes it doesn't go off the actual circle, and it just keeps it on. Okay, I'm going to get everything put away now and get the fertiliser spreader out. Of course, I parked the New Holland in the way, and I don't have the Azera compact on it, so I can't actually use it to do the fertiliser spread, and I have to use this won't fit in, but it'll go in enough for me to drop off there. There we go. Close the door, otherwise it'll stay up. Why is super strength on? Yeah, I was cutting the tree. There was one tree on the side that was thrown. It was only a little bush, and it was throwing the line way into the field. Now I mean, like, huge big V shape into the field. I don't know why, and I just zapped it. With the chainsaw and the super strength. Get rid of it out of it, because it was just I couldn't believe it when I was doing the headland and I came across it, and I just went, how can that little bush, because it was like a little bush, how can that be causing such an offset on the line? But it was. And yet when I was doing the headland the first time, creating the field, it didn't actually show up. So I don't know. Anyway, there you go. We have our soil sampling done. I'm going to get the New Holland out of the way now. I think the spreader is actually empty, and get it filled with lime and go over and get the lime down on that field. Now we're full up. We had to fill from the silo I have on the farm for I only use it for buying lime. That's all. Now, yeah, that's all I have on the farm. I have it on another map, and it charges a different price for same spreader full of lime. I can't understand. Maybe the maps have. Yeah, I think they do. They can have different prices built in for depending on the map. I reckon I'm probably gonna have to go back and fill. There's a good chance that this probably really does need lime, and it's gonna be. It's bad. I would have known it needed lime, but it might be different across the four fields. Now, I'm being ambitious here, because I know the line is a bit further over here. Here we go. I have the crop sensor on. I'm not too sure whether it makes a difference or not, but I just do with it on anyway. Yeah, the lime on another map, same spreader. Filling it up costs me more than it does on this map. I don't know why. It's obviously down to the map author can build in the prices to what stuff is going to cost on the map and that. So, it's obviously part of when you design the map, you can actually make calls like that. Just the same way they do with the value of the fields as well, because you get some maps. I did hear some people saying the fields on this map are very expensive. I actually don't think so. I think they're about the same as they are It's just the fields are long, narrow. Sometimes you'd think they're smaller than they actually are. And when I look at this now, it really is a fairly decent sized field. I'm not gonna. Will I make it around? Probably just about. I'm going on the 25% rule for one side. So we're just coming up on 25%, and the headland on the top would probably be the shortest one. Not that often we get back around. On. Here we go. Yeah, the headland up there would be the shortest across. Probably this is the longest one is probably the one up the far side. So probably gonna need 3, maybe 4 foot fills to get it done. Could buy a bigger spreader. I'm happy enough with this one. It was cheap. You get a piece of equipment that actually works, you kind of just stick with it. I'll drive into my cars, but it doesn't matter. There's no crop destruction on them. Yeah, we're not even going to get the headland done from the looks. It says 56 there. 15 kilometres an hour. It's pulling it at the speed, full speed. You can't put joules on this. You can on the New Holland, which makes it better on slippy ground. But there's no zero compact on it, so I wouldn't use it to do the line for that reason. I'll keep you in until I get up the first headland done. Let's see when we make it. I'm having my doubts now. It'll be close. I'll go back and fill up again. Nah, there's no way we're going to make the first headland. I'm just looking over at the corner over there and thinking, yeah, although 27, 26%, be touch and go. I'll be happy if I make it. Now, the funny thing is, see this tree here in front of me? That's actually closer to the field than the one I cut down that was causing the big V shape in the GPS. It was along this headland here where I'm backing over now. It was down there. And while I was doing the create field, doing the outside, it didn't throw the line out. The line was dead straight. But when I was coming up the first time, there was a big V. It was coming out about almost to where the wheels of the tractor are now. It was taking me that far out, extra into the field away from the headland. So I just zapped it with the chainsaw. I zapped it and dropped the plough off the back and then pick it up again. It just redoes the line for you without the weird shape. There you go. We've actually made it. And because it's lime, I'm going to go around and use it all up because it saves me going back over. If I went over 14% in and then the next time I end up needing 14% at the very end and have to drive back for, why didn't that turn on? I'd be kicking myself for not emptying it the first time. Okay, yeah. I'll get this done. I'm going to throw the New Holland on this to do the stone picking. I'm just going to throw a worker on it. And I'll get the seeder ready. We're going to just put the grass in here. We'll have the fertiliser in the seeder, so we won't need to go and spread fertiliser after. We'll need to roll it, but we have the roller anyway. And yeah, haven't done any contracts in this month at all. Now, I say that, there is a lovely one sitting there. It's the field I want to buy. Cultivation contract on 113 for 14,000. Now I know I have money, but the temptation is always there with me to do a decent contract like that, even if it's only to take the equipment and throw it on it and just say, Right, guy, you go off and do that. I'll pay you for doing it. 1%. We're going to run out now. There we go. Okay. And it'll speed up to the 20. I can move that back up now. Just set that on for the turn on the headlands with the ploughing. Okay, yeah, I might just throw a worker on that cultivation contract and just leave him on it. Or I could throw our Fenn tractor on it with the cultivator I have and just let it do a bit of work. I finished off the stone picker myself and I put a worker on that field to do that contract. He's nearly finished on the headland. Decent piece of kit that came with it. Would have been fairly straightforward, pretty wide cultivator. So we have everything ready now for the seeds to go in. I'll just get this washed up before I put it away. Already have one load of stones in the trailer. See, the damage has gone up again, 18%. At these hours it goes up very quick. Let's see how much it costs to repair the tractor. Should be on the repair trigger. $179. You can see where with the age it's getting a bit more expensive, which is another reason why maybe we'll upgrade this one. Now, waiting for the rain to stop before I start seeding. Might have to move forward to the next day. If I move around where I can see where I'm reversing in, I'll reverse without reversing into things. Including the door. I'll just stick this on the roller. That's what this will be doing. Once that field is done, I'll get this over to roll it. I'll do the seeding with the vent. This roller, I put it up against the fence because it falls over sometimes. Other times it doesn't. I don't know why. Anyway, yeah, we have that ready now. Curious as to have they got enough water and food. Yeah, I just keep an eye. We're going to get offspring next month, so we're going to get quite a bit of income from the excess being sold. Anyway, I'll get back to getting ready to get this grass in the ground. Okay, had to forward on the clock to get the rain to stop. It was pretty bad. And we're going to get some seeds in the ground here. Well, we're just going to do our roundabouts. We're down, we're loaded, we're on grass, fertilizer loaded, and we're going to get grass in here. Okay, it's going to take a little bit of time. Every time I go in and look in the second-hand market, they still have that vent is still there. That is so tempting. I done a couple of contracts with the cultivator while I had it. Besides that big one, just decided, right, let's just knock something out while it was raining. Okay, we're missing the edge. Ever so slightly. Yeah, this is going to be our big grass supply field. It'll do for here on the cow farm, and it'll do for our hay for the horses. It'll do for our grass for the sheep and goats. And you know what the good thing is? Our horses are working. They're fit. They're cleaned. Their riding is done. You have to pay. I don't know how much it is a day, but you have to pay for it to be done. The app doesn't do it for free. I did actually ride 2 of them for the day to get them up to their fitness. It worked okay, and then of course you have to go and clean them, buy a brush and brush them down. And I couldn't be bothered. That's why I don't do horses. There's a lot of work in them. I just didn't want to tear down the horse barn and say, take whatever it is, and not how much it was. I seen other people doing it. They took it down, took the money, put it into other things. I preferred not to do that. I preferred to try and even using the horse care app or whatever one it is. I just decided to give it a go. Okay, once I get this sown, we'll then get this should be okay for fertiliser because it's only grass. Yeah, perfect. And it needs rolling then, so this will be grand. We got the New Holland over here to do the rolling on this, and then the other thing I'm going to do is, whether I do it now or wait, I'm going to merge these 2 fields here. That's 4 acres nearly. That's 3.6. And that's 5. So if I was merged them together, it'd be bigger than this field. So that's why I'd probably only merge 2 if I'm doing it. Now, one of the reasons this area here is going to be changed slightly along here, because I want to put a different house down, and I'm thinking of putting another shed in to get all this stuff under cover. That's kind of the plan for it. Just to expand the yard ever so slightly. Do run into problems at the house if I put a worker on the tether or the windrower, that it keeps backing up against the house, and that's why I usually end up doing the headlands myself, and then if I'm throwing a worker on, get them to do the rest. But the last time I tried that, I told them just to do the headlands or just to do the up and downs, and it decided, no matter how many times I tried, it decided it wanted to do the headlands. So yeah, we won't have to worry about it for headlands for windrowing and tethering anymore, because this will be our field. Of course, that's free there. They'll probably run into that, the one we just passed. Okay, this is going to take a little bit of time to get through. Big enough field, but we have all day. Now you see why I like doing the loops. Especially when you have pointy headlands like this. I know I missed a tiny bit, but I'll get that when I come up the next time I do the loop. Okay, get these seeds in the ground and get the roller over and get going on the final stage of getting this field prepped and sown and done and grown. Last run down the field. I just need to go up along the headland over there. There's a couple of bits it didn't do at the very start, and that's it. And there's a little bit there just to the right at the end, I think, that I missed. Wasn't concentrating when I turned around and didn't line it up quick enough. Other than that, I think we're done. I think we have our grass in. Yeah, there's a little bit missed there, alright. I'm going to leave the seeder down, even though I don't need to, because otherwise we end up with a set of tire tracks across the field. Yeah, just going to stick the New Holland on this now with the roller, let him do the rolling. And yeah, what are we going to do with we have to move forward into October, actually. So I think we may have to do a little bit of sowing before we get there. We're kind of waiting. We're in a situation where we have fields that we want to merge, but the crops in the other fields won't be ready until then. But then we can still get wheat and barley in. It's not a problem. It's going up there. Let's have a look at the crop calendar. Like if we look, yeah, we'll be okay. We'll get what we need in. The only thing we need to get in this month is canola. And we do, or like next month, between this month and next month is canola. We do need it for the pig food, so that's going to be important. Now, let's have a look. Where could we put the canola? At the moment, we have these two fields. That one's not. Is that harvested? I can't remember now. Sunflowers, that's not. This one is. The barley field is done. You know what? We can put canola in down there. That is done, isn't it? It is, yeah. Will it be enough? What other fields have we got? We had canola in there. Okay, I'm going to have to think about it. Because we're going to need it for the pig feed. And it does need to go in, so. Maybe that tree made it stay out that little bit. The line looks straight. Just tiny bits missed along the edge here, that's all. And that's it. Our grass field is done. I'm going to go the whole way to the end. That bit's done. I don't know why it's a different colour. Anyway, mustn't have cultivated it or whatever. Yeah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get canola in these two fields here in front of me. I'm going to merge them together. Anyway, I did say I was going to put crop in there. I'm going to merge these two together and get canola into this. So I'm going to have to plough them and decide what I'm going to do with the yard. I'll leave an area for the expansion. I want to put another shed down along here, over here. Say from about where. I want to take the field from here across to there and be able to put a shed down here. Now, the front part, there's a new house going in, so the front part will be still there in front of the new house. And I want room to put a shed. I want to get all that stuff out of there, where it's all at the side. I want to get it all moved under cover. Let's just jump in for a minute. And we have a look at sheds, just to get some sort of an idea. Now, I don't want to go with the same one we have, which is that one there. That's it, isn't it? Yeah, that's the same one. I don't want to go with that. It will fit. Now, it's going to go around a bit there. Can you get rid of that menu? We can. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm still in. Hold on. Let's get out of the tractor. Now we can get rid of that menu. So that's where I'm kind of thinking I want to put it. Give myself a bit of space. There we go. It's in. I may need to do a little bit of work around it. That looks fairly level. That's okay. That gives us all the room we need now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint grass in here, or gravel or whatever in around it, because we need a bit of definition between the field and it. We need a bit of space. And then we're going to merge the rest of the field. So there you go. Our shed is in. We need to put down our tile as well. I ran it the whole way and I couldn't remember. Tell you what. Let's I'll get this cleaned up and put away, and I will bring you back in a minute. I will get this stuff out of the way, and then I'll get that groundwork done around that, and I'll bring you back in and we can have a look at it before we finish up the episode. Okay, I moved the trailers and that out. I'm going to do a little bit more when the house is moved. I'm going to do a little bit of changing around again. So there we go. We have our entrance in here to the field from the yard from this side, because we're going to have the field down this end coming up here. It's going to be closer to it than that. We're not going to have an entrance here, so we're going to extend this over probably to about here and back. Yeah, just a couple of trees along to decorate it. Just on the outside, the house is getting changed, so this area here might change ever so slightly. So will the pattern on the ground. Yeah, just kind of the house. I have a house in mind anyway. I don't know whether I have it loaded up yet. I keep forgetting to load it in. We make a few more changes around. So there you go. This stuff was annoying me here all along, just getting in and out from picking it up and dropping it off. But always was the intention to extend there. New Holland is rolling away. How's it going? It's going okay. I'll leave him on that. Just get that finished. And yeah, I'm kind of happy enough with let's get out of the tractor and let's jump into construction mode so we can have a look at it. Trees mightn't be even, but it doesn't matter. There you go. So the house is going to be changed. There's going to be another one going here. Do I have it in? Let's have a quick look. Farmhouses, next one down. No, we were on the right one. It is a dearer house. I think it's 120,000. Oh no, it's that one. No, it's not that one. No, it's definitely dearer. Something similar to that in design, but bigger. If you know what I mean. There's no point putting the smaller house in, replacing the one we have there. Okay. Right. Episode number 40. Wasn't expecting to be doing an episode where I was getting a field ploughed and sowed with merged and ploughed, sowed, everything done for our grass field. Thought I was going to do it between episodes, but alas, I didn't. There was too much work to do in it, and I might as well have you in here for it instead of just bringing you back and saying, oh, by the way, I done this while you were away. Also, we got our shed down, our second shed. I'd looked at this before and thought about it and said, yeah, I'm going to put one there. So now we kind of have when the new house goes in, it'll open up a bit more space going through here, and I'm going to change that ground tiles to something that kind of blends in a little bit better with what we have here. It kind of stands out, which I suppose around the house doesn't really matter. But yeah, number 40 in the bag, done and dusted on Wallace Aberesca Triple Threat Challenge. We're motoring our way through just because we're under no financial constraints now. We're kind of just motoring away and building out the farmyard the way we really want to leave it in the end when we're done. So when we come back for the next episode, I'm going to merge this field here and get that done, and we'll throw the canola into that. I'm going to do that offline because when we come back for the next one, we're going to be in October and we're going to be ready to get stuck into the harvest part 3, I suppose you could call it. So until then, for myself, from Wallace Aberesca on the Triple Threat Challenge, all that's left for me to do is to say goodbye for now until the next time. Bye bye.